Hey everybody, it's Dave Dugdale, learningdslrvideo.com. So which is better in terms of noise? Recording your Rode VideoMic Pro to your Tascam DR60 cost about $200, or straight into your camera, your Canon 5D Mark III, let's say. So I ran a couple tests and I was pretty interested with the results. It came out much different than I thought. So let's take a look. So here we are in an Audition. This is Adobe Audition. If you've got Creative Cloud, you've got Audition, and this is a pretty cool program. So the first test I did was Tascam Low Rode 20. So what does that mean? There's two inputs for 3 and 4. There's a high and low input for 3 and 4, level-wise. And then on the back of the microphone, you've got 3 gain settings. Well, I set this at plus 20, the hottest, most sensitive setting, which is great. This is a great microphone for speech. It's not really meant for like instruments like a kick drum or a piano or something like that. It's great for speech. The DR60, we've got set at low, this at plus 20. And here is our pink noise. And basically what I did is I took an iPhone, I had a pink noise, and I stuck it right next to the microphone. It's relative for each test, and I wanted to make sure everything was on a level playing field in terms of level. I brought it in and matched it even closer. So everything's on a level playing field. So if you were to bring in voice, let's say, and you were to normalize it, you're going to have a dynamic range. You're going to have basically a signal, your voice, to the noise, a signal to noise ratio basically. And that's what we're looking for here. We're comparing the noise level. So here's the pink noise. And here is the noise floor. Pretty inaudible. You probably can't hear it. I can hear just a little bit coming out of my big old speakers. The next test I did is the 5D Mark III. So the 5D Mark III has input level setting, and you've got a whole bunch of clicks that you can go up. Basically, what I do in my case all the time, what I'm using right now, is 1 click above, and then on the back of the microphone, plus 20. So the preamp inside the camera is not doing anything. It's pretty much a line level input at that point. And it's pretty low, and you're gonna have to bring it up in post. And I had to do this for all of them, and it was pretty much equally. I brought them all up about 12, maybe 13 dB. So that's what we're seeing. Because if I were to play my voice right here, it would sound very normal. It would be peaking out at about a -3 in terms of peaks. Pretty good hot signal. So here is the 5D Mark III pink noise, and here's the noise level. Pretty low. Now if we look, you can see it's bouncing around between about a -51, maybe a little higher than that, maybe -50. Now if we go back to the Tascam and we take a look at its noise floor, it's bouncing around pretty much the same exact spot. And I did one more test. Some of you guys might be doing this approach, and so I wanted to include this as something I don't do, is you might set the back of the mic to 0, and then you might bring up the input on the microphone input about a third of the way up, let's say. And that's, for me, that's 26 steps. So 26 steps and 0. And this is the pink noise, and this is the noise floor. And I don't know if you can hear it, but it's very audible. And while you can clean it up in post, it's better not to. Just better get it right the first time in camera. Get it right in camera. So if you were to compare, let's take a look actually of the noise level here. And you can see it's bouncing around between -45 and -42. So getting back to that thing that I talked about, there's a really cool analytic type device in here. So if we click on the top one, Tascam A, and then we go to Window, Amplitude Stats. And so what we got here, let's move it right here. So basically what we're seeing here, on the right-hand side, this big spike is the pink noise. And this hump over here down low is all of the noise floor. And this is for the Tascam. Now if I double click on B, you'll notice again, pink noise, right at the same exact spot, -30. And then here's the noise, right about a -56. So a lot noisier. And then we'll go to the next one. Here, -30, and then over on the left-hand side, we see the hump is around -61. And if we compare that to the Tascam, it's around a minus 60, 61. So the Tascam and the 5D Mark III, in terms of noise, pretty much the same. So why would you ever, for a speech in terms of noise level, ever record it to the DR60 or Zoom H4n, 2n, 6n, whatever is the latest variety, or even use a Juice Link? Why would you use a Juice Link preamp? Why not just go straight to the camera? If, again, we're using the VideoMic Pro here and we're talking about noise. So when you use this device, it means that you're dealing with more assets. That means that you're taking the card out of here and putting it into your reader, then you're transferring it to your hard drive, and then you're trying to figure out which ones, and maybe it's a large project, maybe you're renaming all those assets, and then you bring it into post, and then you've got to sync it up in post. This adds a lot of time. This combination right here, not much time. This adds a lot of time. So if you're doing something like what I'm doing, there's really no reason in terms of noise to ever be using like a Tascam DR60 or a Zoom device. That's just my take on it. I'm sure there's a lot of other people, and again, I'm just talking about noise and ease of use, but noise level, I'd say they're pretty much on a level playing field. I can't hear any difference between the two. This analytic data seems to support what I'm thinking. I'm saying, if anything, the 5D Mark III is actually quieter, maybe by a half a dB or a dB. So that's pretty much it. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.